Hello and welcome to the Heat Signature Daily Challenge. It is the 27th of August. Today we're stealing 3 parts of the Clawless experiment while going as fast as possible. Alright, this will be interesting. We got we're dying. We also got Silencer, X-Glitcher. Oh, that's nice. Got a quick fire armor-piercing shotgun. Nice. Swapper, great, especially with X-Glitcher and a stealth shield. Oh, we got a brick as well. Alright, we got options to go speedy, and they are all very dangerous and highly risky. So that's fun. Shotgun, energy, shield, energy, emergency. Let's see, so reinforcements. We can break out the telepath, then we don't have to deal with reinforcements. Crate is right there. That's an extraordinarily rare place for a crate to be, and it does mean that it is not behind a locked door because it has to connect to this. Well, it's not behind an exclusive to this room locked door. It's not in a room. So no matter where we break, we should be able to get there eventually. Yeah, I think we'll get just like a little bit closer. Then this is like prime bricking action. And then I'd prefer it not to fill up with contractors, so we can blow up this thing first, unless it's too close to the entrance. Possible it's too close to the entrance. Actually, also, where's the pilot at? Okay, pilot's in the same room as the... Oops. Pilot's in the same room as the target. So we can't separate the ship to get to 0-second dock. I'm gonna aim a little bit high just because... We went through, definitely. Yeah, we went through. Alright, so I'm not sure if we'll actually be able to break this with it being so close to here. Hold on. Being so close to the entrance means it just phased through the sides. Hold on. I was able to do a thing some weeks ago where I was still able to bonk. But that might only be... Either that was a weird fluke that happened several times in a row, or that only applies to bricked locations and not to the entrance. That's extraordinarily wide. That is extraordinarily wide. Alright. We could break here and then break here. That does run some risk of this like rotating out and then blowing this up. But I kind of want to do it. I kind of want to do it anyways. Don't need to be precise for this one, but apparently I need more speed. That's gotta be fine, right? And what am I doing? I'm going as fast as possible, yeah, so this is worth doing. Hold W, don't press D. Always gonna have a click in there, and then A. Alright, a defender at this point's had time to like move around, but I don't know about other ones. It's a little wide. Alright, can I see anyone patrolling around in here? Defender's right there. Just in time for us to take him out. And once again, don't need anything super precise. Defender made it to the other room. No! Maybe I should have gone to this other side. Oh well. It's probably fine. Oh. Never mind. They were still in that room. They're no longer in that room anymore. Interestingly, it seems that this side of the ship is unloaded, but this side of the ship is still loaded. Interesting. Yeah, so we prepare ourselves again. Was that just... Okay, that's just it. Hopefully it doesn't, like, have a piece break off and fly into the cargo crate or something. Hold D. E. I don't know if I've seen a ship bounce against itself like that without any parts being destroyed. Alright, now they've launched far away. Okay. Now, can I brick this? That would be ideal. But I think even with our... Hold on. I need to test. I need to test. Okay, you still can't do it right next to it. Alright, so yeah, I think it continues, like, if I'm not accelerating, I'll just go through. But if I'm accelerating and I'm not too close to it, I'll sometimes hit, in theory. Does zoom level matter? I did like a little bit of testing on this before. But it's still a little unclear to me what the exact mechanics of it are. And then if I let go... So yeah, it still can't be within like a room or so of them. But this is hopefully fine. No... Hold on. Alright, so as long as I'm holding down the acceleration, this was fine. Seems more or less steady. We don't need to have perfect precision on this one. Alright, and we can dock directly into it. Perfect. Hold that. Hold W, don't A, and then finally D. Alright. Oh, we spent a long time on that. But it's all in the name of speed. I forgot we had a dying timer as well. That could, if I'm not careful, that could be relevant. Probably should have done like all that little brick testing right there. Doop, 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 doop. But in the end, we get the crate. Crate is a something. A crash or a beam of some sort. Nothing on this ship to loot. And we just walk out. We return. We drift a little bit so we don't redock, and we leave for under 10 seconds. Yay! Sensors, emergency shields with wrenches. Wrenches are good. If I can take out a few of them. Alright, you're not too close. Going through this to get wrenches is nice. Oh, but what if I bricked this room perfectly? Also, once again, cargo crate is connected to this room, which means it's not behind a lock. So if I miss and hit this room or this room, that's pretty fine as well. Also brick the telepad to prevent the reinforcements. Nope. I didn't say you could redock. That's human privileges only. Alright, let's do this relatively quick. We do have a dying timer. There we go. Nice and simple. Hold W, always hold the click, and then hold A. Even if I break this, can I dock there after that? I'm not sure. Let's get rid of this UI. It's not the end of the world if I miss this. But it would be really cool if I got it right. Do I have anything to measure with? I have a flute. Okay, I need to go to the left. Measure again. That's just about there. Go just slightly left. All right, we'll brick something. If we get this room in particular, that's pretty incredible. All right, we are drifting. Ever so slightly to the left. Let's fix that. All right, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. The reveal. Ah, I missed. That would have been cool though. That would have been cool though. Alright, let's not get careless and get our pod broken. Alt D. Now I could do a couple more bricks. Attempt a couple more bricks. To get us even closer to the target. I'm thinking brick here. I guess 3 bricks. Brick here. Brick here. Man, that really risks the cargo crate blowing up, huh? Brick here, then brick here. But it would be really cool. We've got 4 minutes. What are the odds that ship 3 could take a couple minutes? Why did that go through? That should not have gone through. It's nowhere near close enough to anything to go through. That's too close. Keeping an eye on you. There you go. Doop, 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 doop. All right, this does seriously risk the crate getting blown up. But that is just a risk that I will have to take. This is serious business. In serious business, we take serious risks. For the glory. For the destruction. Alright, they're just separating, that's fine. And they're getting tossed out. Did that side of the ship have no thrusters? No, it has thrusters, but this one had the pilot. Oh. Once again, that we could abuse this, but we are dying. And do not have the time to let them properly separate. Also, this ship is spiraling out of control now, so maybe this was a poor idea. But oh well. Can I even brick this effectively? With it rotating like this? Few people just died in space. This is advanced geometry bricking right here. The ship's rotating. Alright, can't brick that one. God, that's terrifying. I don't think I can do... I don't think I'm comfortable doing that. If I could match speed with this directly and I had more time, then I think I'd be fine. But perhaps I should just dock, hopefully have a straight edge to the... Oh, if you're sitting idle right here, you're on an errand. Okay. So worst case scenario, we can get in, we can swap with them, then get the crate, then walk out however we need to. Okay. I'm fine with settling for that. I'll have to keep in mind what angle this ship is spinning at when I get there. Okay. Except for maybe I can't use the swapper. Why is there... Did this ship just have a track? This ship just must have had a jammer on it. I see. Okay, let's wait for just a little bit. Nah. It's hard to gauge what direction it's going to be facing when I get there, so I think we should just go. That's more or less right. Oh, that's not good for us. That's... Wait. Oh, you're idle at a computer. I see. Alright. We tried. Bricking either of these spots would have been good for us. But we just don't have the time. Oh, and you're not even gonna give me a melee weapon. 6 seconds, yep, it's too late. Darn, this one could have been done in under 10. With a little bit more favorable circumstances. Oh, and it gave me a swapper. If it wasn't for the jammer and they were still there, I could have done a swap, grab, swap. Do I blow up this engine? Things have a very good chance of going terrible if I do that. Unless I blow it up and then walk down here. And that's actually pretty fine. Darn, a quick swap might have been better for this ship. How it ended up. 9 seconds to leave. Oof, that hurts. It hurts because it could have been better. But yeah, they're trying to brick that while it's spinning. The chances of just hitting the room, the target room itself, is too great. Alright, we got armor everywhere, we got some glitch dashers, autopilot, mini sentry guns, and I could have done a quick swap. Quick swap is a potential option though, there. I didn't know the interior of the ship. Alright, we got 2 minutes. Alarm response time is timed. Lovely. That said, if we can brick this room and this room, the ship is then wait, actually, is the target here? Target is here. So if we break this room and this room, it does disconnect from the ship, and then once again has a pretty good chance of tumbling into the ship and blowing up. Where's the pilot? Pilot's over here. God. Why on these days when it would be actually be beneficial to have all the time in the world am I given dying? Because, yeah, we could just, if we had more time, we could just brick this, then this entire thing is no longer the ship, and then just let them drift apart or blow each other to pieces. But crate is right here. Can't tell if it's behind a locked door or whatnot. Alright, I think we can start by bricking here. What is it orbiting around? 56 seconds. What is it orbiting around? I think it has to be this, but that feels far away. It's either that or it doesn't look right, but this. I feel like it's got to be this one. Can we do 2 bricks and then pick myself up? That's maybe fine. While I'm out in space. Me being out in space does stop the dying timer. That is relevant. Yeah, I think it's got to be here. Alright, we hop out, we remote, we decide where we want to brick. I forgot that if I'm in space, I match speed with myself and not the ship. Oh, that makes things very difficult when it's... It makes it more difficult on the first run, and then extraordinarily difficult when it's blasting off over here. So that's fun. This is Glitcher's space, right? Yeah. Okay. So with that revelation... Oh, I don't think there's a chance... There's not a good chance of me bricking these rooms when I'm matching speed with myself and not the ship. So we're not going to go for that, and we're instead going to go straight for nuking this, the pilot. I don't even get the matching speed with the ship guidelines. Alright, doesn't have to be perfect. This first one especially has a very wide gap. Actually, both of them. Like, this is a 2-room gap that I can get into. This one I can do any of 3 rooms. So I'll just have to do some manual matching of speed. Alright, so I'm drifting to the right. That's going to be a theme because it is orbiting. Alright, now I'm mostly just going away. I feel... honestly not great about this. But we'll do it anyways. That's looking good. Alright, right on target. And it goes off on its own direction. Does it make sense? Does it make sense to pick myself back up and then match speed with the ship again and then brick it? Kind of? I think it kind of does. We got 50 seconds to do that. That saves me some oxygen. Like, it bounces out to the oxygen and the 2-minute timer we have left. And like 50, 48, 47 seconds. That's a good amount of time. So otherwise I'm going all the way down there and then bricking and then fixing myself and then have to go all the way back here to catch myself. And we're already at halfway through our oxygen, so I feel like we could die in that scenario. It's always unclear to me how and when the oxygen resets. Like, if I do this, is the oxygen reset now? Excuse me. Let's not do too much experiments right now. All right, match speed here. Hop out, remote. And hopefully this is fine. May I need to remove the UI to see this properly? Yeah. I wasn't really using the UI to see things anyways, so that's fine. All right, matching speed with myself gets me pretty close. All right, so we're going slightly to the left. So if we aim slightly to the right, we'll have a basically guaranteed chance to hit one of the 3 spots that we need to hit. And there we go. Curious how much destruction's going to go on here, but at least it's pretty far from the crates, so we should be fine. All right, hold S. Hold D, hold click, and then don't press anything else. All right, so they're just separating off. And now the main ship is just rotating. Or the larger portion of the ship is just rotating. Yeah, that is something we have to contend with. All right. Cargo crate is right here. That makes it very difficult to accidentally brick at the very least. So I think we'll just try and brick one of these rooms. All right, we fix ourselves. Oxygen seems good. Pick ourselves back up. Is it going to be enough to get under 10 seconds? I don't know. Look how fast that is orbiting, just rotating. And then, oh, that's, big, actually big. This is about to dock. And when it docks, that means it's going to disappear. And if it disappears, it's not around to, because if you haven't seen this yet, the part that's considered the ship is the section that has the pilot. And if the part that has the pilot is no longer near, this doesn't count as the ship, which means the time near ship doesn't count up until I'm actually physically on the ship. Oh, I didn't even think about that. All right. So it's gone. So now time near ship should not trigger. Unless I am sorely mistaken. Looking good, looking good, looking good. All right, that's something that I should have had an intention towards. That's something to keep in mind. That's something to keep in mind in future bricks. Now, bricking this is going to be a pain, and docking from this point is not going to get me under 10 seconds, I don't think. So we need a brick here somehow. But we can at least have us flying nearby. All right, where's my target? Both of these rooms get me the same distance from the crate. I don't know. All right, let's look around. Sentry gun. It seems the ship stays loaded if it disconnects from the pilot spot. All right. Keycard is down here. I do not want to brick either of these, any of these three rooms, because then I lose the keycard and I don't know. I don't know if this is behind a locked door. I think the ideal compromise is hitting one of these two corners. I could use a gun to get the glitch dasher to teleport to me if I wasn't silent. All right. Good news is we can brick and then check out our surroundings and then go from there. All right. This one looks like it's the only one that's feasible at this precise moment. So we'll go for this. That's remarkably stable. All right, we'll just go for this. See how it looks. That we're way too far. Just need to not hit either of these any of these three rooms. Yeah, I should have made some. I should have paid closer attention to that approach and made last minute adjustments. All right, let's hope that key wasn't needed. Hold D. Apparently we made our entrance here somehow. Fuck. All I needed to do was not that. Not hit either of these two rooms. Yeah, oof. I could have, yeah, if I hit this one, I could have shot for the key. This wouldn't have got me under 10 seconds, though. Docking here. I could have got the key. A key. Okay, a key and then a swap? Yeah, even then. Do we just keep bricking things and hope for the best? Maybe we just keep bricking things and hope for the best. What do I brick next? Actually, there's no way I can brick this room. I could maybe brick this, but that doesn't actually help me. Maybe my first brick should have been this room. Yeah, unfortunately, if there was a change to this game at this point, one thing I would change is the ability to, if not catch, at least loot bodies that are out in space. Granted, these guys are just blown to smithereens. I wouldn't be able to loot them no matter what. But if someone's flying out in space and has a key card, he should be able to loot them. If I brick here, they're gone, and I can't brick this, and that's just a little bit game over. This is silly. Oh, and I should walk out. Can I do anything here? Can I get a key? Does that do anything for me? I don't think that does anything for me. I could start like strategically bricking random rooms to get crates that'll give me like a subverter or something. That is kind of funny. That is kind of funny, and I will actually consider that. All right. Nice excursion onto the ship. All right, hold A, and then it's always click, and don't press W. All right. We got a lot of time to try and hash this out. Just the difficulty is the ship is spinning chaotically. I am tempted to just like brick this room. All right, let's give this a try. Check our position. Too early to tell. That feels like it's heading towards the crate itself, so let's correct. And I still hit the crate itself. All right. Apparently, my precision bricking does not transfer over to swiftly rotating objects. What if I just failed the mini game one of these times? Toss myself out, toss myself to the side. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. But it's fine. Ah! So my biggest lead right now is like bricking this and then swapping, and then luring people over here to open the door. That might be my best option. Can I brick here? While it's rotating, probably not. But I want to try. I want to try. All right, let's just do less. Clearly, we can't precision brick, so let's just vague brick. Course correct at the last second. Just figure things out. There's no way that's hitting in there, even with this course correction. Yeah, that's just missed completely. Matching speed with myself is not... is being a pain. I just want a brick right now. Bonk. That's the problem with loosey-goosey bricking, is you just don't have the speed if you're trying to aim while it's... Like, this could Nah, it's not hitting anything. I spent too long on this. Do I just give up? Except the... It's not a perfect style bonus already, so I should probably just give up. Ideally, I'd want a brick here. No, I'd want a brick here, because I think it was more of this. No, if I brick here, then I can swap with them. All right, let's wait here. Get ourselves somewhat lined up. And then just wait. And one more attempt to not completely fail, which if we fail, it goes pretty darn poorly for us. It is so hard. It is so hard to judge this distance. Oh, I'm matching speed with it. Huh. Am I gonna just hit the wrong room? I'm just gonna hit the wrong room. Who cares at this point? Okay, that's a decent room. That's an okay room. I almost steered myself into the wrong room. But we'll just have to deal with this room. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. Put an end to this madness. All right, we got like a minute and a half. Yeah, that's plenty. Oh God, just docking here is a little bit of a mess. There we go. Okay, so we're going to... I do need your key to reliably get to this door. There's something I can do about this. This is quick fire. Alright, so we'll open with a stealth shield. We'll swap in. Distract you in particular so you don't see your friend. Get your attention so you don't set off the alarm when I shoot this. And then hopefully just hit you and maybe your other friend. Wait, you could still see me? Lame. Yeah, I was really hoping that you couldn't see me. And now we wait to get this key. Oh, you can open the door for us. That's good. Alright, we get the key. We get a little further. This sentry gun is really just set to ruin my day, huh? That means we gotta get you to teleport earlier than I wanted. And then not much I can do here. I should have baited... Oh, I should have baited a sentry gun shot into hitting a door. Please don't shoot me. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Please don't shoot. That's gonna delay things. Okay, that was close. Alright, we deactivate you. Pick up a gun, because why not? And I need you to see me over this way. You can see me right up next to this door. Yes. Perfect. Stay right there. Stay right there. We get this. It's not a teleporter. Sad. What is it? It's a trap. It's a glitch trap. Interesting. Alright, so our fastest way out is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Thank you for your work. This wasn't, alright, it's rechargeable. We'll be getting the swapper back, so I'll just send you down this way. Maybe that'll be fast enough to be under 10 still. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Alright, return to pod. We have to drift a little bit. Alright. Only had to drift a tiny bit to get out of range of redocking, and I forgot. There's no exit timer. There's no exit timer because there's no time near ship counter going on. We were actually perfectly fine. Yay! We did it! Yay! Alright, ship 2, there was a version of ship 2 that was under 10 seconds. That we did not get. But I don't think anyone else is getting that either. Quick swap might have done something. Quick swap and then walking. There's a version of ship 2 that's under 10 seconds. Let me double check. Let me double check something. Okay, we're good. My hard drive's getting pretty full, and I was worried that this would be too much for it, but no, we're good. We're good. Also need to turn back time. We went a little bit over. Okay. We got 2 perfect style bonuses. Well, not perfect style bonuses, but 2 perfect style ships. I'll have to be happy with that. I completely forgot about just leaving ship 3 has no time. And so we might have still done it in under 10 seconds even without that, but that just solidified it even more. So yeah, interesting day. Interesting day, and a lot of just attempting to break that last ship that's just rotating endlessly. Yeah, really happy with how I lured the guard there at the end to solve the locked door. It just goes to show if you lose the key, it's not completely over. And yeah, submit that. And there's no way I'm not first place, right? Yeah. 7-2 is not far behind, though. Not far behind. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, interesting day. Quite interesting. Perfect style bonus definitely in the cards, but ship 2 is a difficult one. With the time limit. If we didn't have the time limit, ship 2, I definitely could have done. Yeah. But with that, we should look at yesterday's. Yesterday came in first, 30 seconds, $5.99. Very nice. Lee Spork coming up in second, 7-2 in third. DD Shock Trooper in fourth, and Cassandra in fifth place. Some very tight timings right here. And that's it for the top 5. Nice job, everybody. And with that, that is all for today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching, and that was more interesting. I knew it was going to be interesting, but that was quite interesting. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow.